Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to say Happy New Year's to everybody, and I hope that you guys had a very good Christmas. And the reason I'm making a video today is just to talk about body image and the gay man. The certain stereotypes that are out there nowadays. There's the bear, the twink, the gym queen. All those other types of labels, and how important is that for you as an individual when you're looking for someone? Like, do you take into account of their physicality? Do you like strong builds, muscular builds? Do you like the chubby guys? Just leave me a comment down below. What do you guys think of the labels that we as a gay society put on ourselves? You know, um, Growing up, I definitely had some issues with my weight. I was bullied in middle school and high school, for being overweight, and it pretty much started in my first year. It was grade 7, middle school, and that's when the bullying had started because I was getting called fatso and chubby and faggot and all those other fun words that kids like to throw out. And it was a little much for me because I didn't realize that I was chubby or whatever. I didn't really understand why it was so important to other people. And I took it out mostly on myself with, not reaching out to others. And I harmed myself quite a lot because of it. I had become anorexic, because I thought, if they're bullying me because I'm fat, then why don't I just get skinny? So I found myself little tricks that I could use to trick people into thinking that I was eating, and it was not completely healthy whatsoever. I was very very scrawny for a 12-year-old, and I had lost so much weight from not eating that I was hospitalized for quite some time, and I had to repeat grade 7 because of it, because I was just not a functioning human being. And after I got myself some help, I went back to school for my second year, and the bullying never stopped, but I had to learn that you know I can't listen to other people's hurtful words. And hopefully, if you're out there and you're watching this and you feel like today that people are calling you bad names, saying bad things about you because of your weight or because of your body image, the most important thing I can tell you right now is to just ignore it. And if it's a huge, huge problem, then tell somebody about it. Don't harm yourself. Don't do anything to hurt yourself. That's so not healthy, you know. And growing up, um, I had come out of the closet. I'm gay, so just in case you didn't know, obviously. But I had come out of the closet pretty early in my life, and I had gotten into my first relationship in my teen years, and that's kind of when I stumbled back into my anorexia, because I met this guy, and he was so incredibly good looking. He was blonde, and he had these piercing blue eyes, and he had a really really great body, and like, he was really interested in me, and I was happy because I was like, oh wow, I've got this Prince Charming, and he's sweeping me off my feet. And uh things just kind of got bad a little after we started dating and stuff, and then he had asked me to move in with him, and that was kind of a really, really big decision for me because I'd never left home before. And so yeah, I agreed to move in with him, and that's kind of when everything had started. You know, the day that I moved in, there was like a switch that flipped inside of him, and he just completely turned from this really romantic, loving guy into this really, really dark, evil, hateful person. And he had started calling me fat, why don't you lose some weight? Stop eating so much. And I was just like, oh no, not this again. And I didn't want to tell anybody, of course, because I always feel like it's my problem and I have to fix it. And he would start hiding the food on me. It's not like I was eating everything in sight. I'm pretty much the same as I was back then, but yeah, I had lost some weight. Um, I became really, really secluded, and I shut my family and friends out because I wasn't allowed to see anybody besides him, and I was pretty much locked in that apartment. I was allowed to go to work and stuff, but I dug back into my anorexia, and I was down to 98 pounds, and it was really upsetting because when I would look at myself in the mirror at first I started seeing my ribs and started seeing the bones in my body. But shortly after that, I just started believing what he was telling me, that I was fat and that I did need to lose the weight. So I just completely stopped eating altogether. I would pretty much just stick to coffee and stuff like that. And I saw my mother for the first time in like 6 months, and she was really, really upset because she obviously knew something was wrong with me. And she said, "Is it that guy you're living with?" And I didn't really say it, but she knew it because she saw it in my face, she saw it in my eyes. And yeah, I had to get myself away from that negative energy. And I snuck out of the apartment while he was sleeping and moved back into my mom's house. And yeah, that was quite the experience. Um, I don't know where that came from. That just kind of spilt out. Anyway, I wanted to talk about um, body image. Uh, is it important for you? Do you do you go to the gym? Do you work out? Do you do these things so other people will look at you differently, so you can feel good about yourself? And it's taken me so many years of my life, and I'm still struggling with it now with my weight. Um, but it's it's getting better because of the support I'm getting from you know new friends um, who appreciate my body, who appreciate who I am as a person. And I think that that's very, very important. If you're constantly surrounded by all these negative energies, all these dark people, you have to get yourself out of that. You have to turn over a new leaf. It starts with you. If you feel like you're struggling with your weight, don't take it to extremes. Talk to a dietitian, go see a doctor. If you have weight problems, um, I've seen I've seen a counselor before in my life a few times, struggling with my anorexia and my bulimia, and I think now because I'm 33, um, I'm definitely much more comfortable with my body than I used to be because I'm not so obsessed with having the perfect body, because I used to work out. I used to go jogging all the time, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being healthy, and I took it to the extremes where I worked out so much where I got, like these abs and these biceps, and I wasn't doing it for me. I was doing it to find acceptance in other people, and I didn't like that whatsoever. So I pretty much just stopped working out and started finding new ways of being healthy. So I took up Pilates, I took up yoga, and those were so awesome. And I don't really work out anymore now just because I don't really have the time or you know, but I'm eating healthier, and that's the most important thing. I'm loving myself more. I'm accepting myself more, and I think that's a healthy message to spread to the world, is just to love yourself more. It's a new year, 2014. Um, yeah, I know this video was pretty random, but I just wanted to just to get just to get some things off my chest, you know. And I'm pretty nervous right now. I always get nervous when I talk to a camera, but thank you for listening. I hope that maybe what I said is gonna help somebody. I just really needed to vent for the most part because I'm tired of all these labels, especially in the gay community, that are put out there. Like, oh, you have to be blonde, you have to have blue eyes, you have to be a twink. You know, I'm I'm not about that. There's definitely nothing wrong with it. I have great respect for everybody who has, you know, who wants to make themselves look good. But as long as you're doing it for you, you know. Anyway, it's pretty much what I had to say. So, Happy New Year's. Thanks for watching, and bye.